Hello again, and welcome to the Prince Magnum channel. I'm your host, Prince Magnum. Welcome to In Your Face. Let's talk about one of our stars, Project Spirit. For those who've kept up with the channel, Project Spirit, as we're making this video, we've had for nearly one whole year. She's been an amazing ride. I've enjoyed her. And when we got her, this is what she looked like. Poor Princess Faye did not know what to think. She thought that we had just bought a big piece of crap. But see, she had never seen the process of bringing a car back to life. For me, this was nothing new. But beyond what you all have watched, let's talk a little bit about Spirit's story. Back when she was new, she was actually bought by some family. And it was owned by some lovely little old lady who used to tootle around with her grandkids. And she tootled around town, did her grocery shopping and everything. Spirit basically started her life off as a family car. Well, for those who remember, in the 1980s, the Mavericks were extremely popular. They were easy to work on. They were durable. Everybody pretty well had one. Well, by the end of the 1980s, we didn't have the internet, so any parts that needed replacing, well, it was difficult to replace them. Project Spirit fell into a state of disrepair. Some of those things have yet to be fixed yet, that are on the list to be fixed, but we'll get to that later. So now, Project Spirit is put in a barn, basically. Boxes thrown on top of her, kind of left. Grandma passes on, and one of the sons decides to go ahead and bring her back to life. He breaks her out and rebuilds her engine in 2013, and she started getting all sorts of new parts. However, the son fell ill, and he eventually passed on. Well, one of the grandkids finally, who's about my age, actually, maybe a few years older, he's decided it's time he's going to finish the project. He goes to work on Project Spirit, and he just can't get her to run right. So then, after working on her as much as he could and everything, he just came to the end where maybe it was time to give up on the project. See if someone else could do something with it. So, he puts her up for sale on Craigslist. At this time, Princess Faye and I are looking for another car. And when we seen the pictures of Spirit, other than the pictures, sight unseen, I knew she was the one. Had a friend take us down, and we looked at her and bought her the same day. And it was a little difficult, but we pretty well brought her home. Got her home. And it didn't take me long looking at her. I knew the Prince Magnum channel had its big star to show how wonderful these cars really were. It was all there. She was perfect, untouched. She was in the right condition, in the right place, at the right time. We were the right people looking for the right car, and we found her. So the work began. And if you've been watching all the videos and things like that, you could see that she has come a long ways. Project Spirit has been probably one of the most fun vehicles I have ever driven. I wouldn't trade her really for anything. I mean, I've had people come up and offer money, how much would you sell her for? And I'll be honest with you, yeah, if the price was right, I would turn looser, but it would also really depend on my mood that day. And I'll be straight up honest with you, it would be hard to let her loose. Spirit has been there for Princess Faye, for myself, and when my son, that the state of Missouri thought was so cute to rip away 3 days after his birth, I got to take Princess Faye to the hospital in a 1975 Ford Maverick, just as many of our parents and some of our grandparents would have done back in the day. taking a loved one, taking a loved one to the hospital to give birth to a child, and talk about history, reoccurring history right here in St. Francis County. So that was really awesome. So Spirit has continued to live up to her abilities as a family car, but she's also given us the family hot rod, and honestly and truthfully, has given me some, uh, after work, going into work, I don't really have a reason to frown, and when I'm leaving work, I really don't have a reason to frown because I know that Spirit is right there. She's right there waiting. So that brings us to the end of this. I hope all of you out there get to find your very own project Spirit. Uh, Maybe it won't be a Maverick. Maybe, who knows what it may be. But I hope y'all find that awesome ride that brings you as much happiness to myself and my loving family as much as Spirit has brought to us. So get out there and work on a project. If you have a sweetheart, sweep them off their feet. And above all, if nobody has told you that they love you today, Prince Magnum does. God bless you and have a happy 24. Thank you.